Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to do a review on this Ryobi 18V 13-inch cordless string trimmer and edger. So I've had my eye on these for a while, and the price just dropped from $99 to $79, so I went ahead and snatched one up. You can also get these for $119, and it comes with a charger and a battery, but I've got plenty of the battery, so I didn't need that. So what I'm going to do is show you how to put this together and then show you the features of it, and then I'll show it to you in use, edging and trimming, and then I'll give you my pros and cons. So to put this together, you just slide these two ends together where the arrows line up and then tighten down this coupler. Then put the guard on like this and put in the 3 screws it came with and go ahead and snug those down. Then get the handle situated where it's comfortable and go ahead and tighten down the wing bolt. So you can edge with it like this, and then step on the pedal and switch to trimming mode, and step on the pedal and go back to edging. So some of the features, it comes with 2 bladed trimmer heads. Those are for thick weeds and brush. I wouldn't use those for edging or you'll tear them up pretty quick. It has a high and a low setting. I'll probably use the high primarily. The low is if you want to conserve battery for a while. The handle is adjustable here with a wing bolt. It takes an 18-volt battery and it works with their whole One Plus system line of tools. It has a variable speed trigger, and the lockout button is on top, which is kind of nice. You can depress that with the palm of your hand and then pull the trigger with your fingers to make it run. I have one of the older models, and one thing I didn't like about it is the lockout button is on the side. So you either had to press that in with your finger or your thumb and then pulling the trigger. And after a half hour of trimming or so, that'll start to hurt your thumb. So I like how on this one, it's just the palm of your hand and your fingers, and there's no strain on your hand. Another difference is that on the older model, to go from trimming to edging, pull this down and you turn the whole shaft. On the newer model, just the head pivots. So how long that lasts and how durable that is, time will tell. The line on these is super easy to replace. You just press in these 2 gray buttons on the side and that'll pop the lid off. Then you can take your spool out and either restring it or buy a new preloaded spool and put that in. They do sell preloaded spools at Home Depot. It's 3 of them for $21. So if you ask me, that's a little too expensive. I'd rather just restring the spool myself. But the bladed heads go in the same way. There's just 2 buttons on the side and it just pops in like that. You can also adjust this cutoff blade by taking out this screw, turning it around this way. And that'll increase your cutting diameter from 11 inches to 13 inches. So now I'm going to show it to you in action at different cutting lengths and speeds. Here I'm going to show you the difference in sound of low and high. So this is where this tool really shines. When you have the cutting blade moved out to 13 inches and it's on high speed, this is when it performs the best. Alright, so after using this thing for about a month, I'm going to go ahead and give you my pros and cons. So I'll start with the cons. The first con is it just has one string. It doesn't have two like some bigger trimmers like the 40 volt and the gas trimmers. And then of course it just doesn't have the power of a gas trimmer or a trimmer with a 40 volt battery. But the flip side of that, it does use the same 18 volt battery as the rest of their One Plus system. So in my mind, I didn't want to add another charger and battery into my space, so it just made the most sense. And the last con for me is how this tool feeds line. It feeds out a little bit of line every time you pull the trigger. Unlike a bump head trimmer that only puts out line when you need it when you bump the head. But I'm sure at the same time that this saves some wear and tear on the head, but it just seems like there's a little bit too much line sometimes. It seems like I go through spools of line a little bit faster than I should. So what you have to do is just keep the trigger pulled in as much as you can, because the more you pull it, the more it's going to put out line. Now the pros. First of all, it's really light. It only weighs 6 pounds compared to the Ryobi gas trimmer, for example, which weighs 12 pounds. So it's about half the weight of a gas trimmer. Also really like the pivoting head. It's really easy to transition from edging to trimming and back and forth. And I also like that this model has a 13-inch cutting diameter, which is bigger than their previous models. So to sum things up, after a month of using this tool, I'm happy with it. It's got the lightness and the ease of a battery tool, but it seems to have a little bit more power than previous battery edgers that I've used. But ultimately, the quality of a battery tool always comes down to the quality of the actual battery. So just make sure you always have a good battery on hand, and in the case of this tool, I would use nothing less than a 4 amp hour battery and you should be good to go. It says it lasts up to an hour. I've never used it for that long straight, but it's never ran out on me. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video helped you out. If you could please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, it would greatly help my channel. Thanks a lot.